I'm talking to Charlie Martin MBE, who lived on Urnmore Road, Ballyfermot, and went to the local schools in Ballyfermot and so on. And I'll be talking to about how he achieved the MBE. Charlie, your earliest memories in Ballyfermot?
Oh, moving into Ballyfermot, as I said, the fields out the back. It was about 3 or 4, and the wheat, the tractors, the corn grown, and the railway in the background. And as I said, my dad and his father were steam engine drivers, so to see the railway trains going up and down was good for them, good for him. And went then to school, to the Dominican convent. Now, from Urnmore Road, it's about 1.5 miles. Well, it felt like a mile, 2 miles in them days. We had to walk down with my mother, and passing, I suppose, the Fury's house, listening to the music. They were some of the early memories.
Yeah. And when you went to the Dominican convent, did you pass into the De La Salle then, or was it Mary Queen of Angels?
No. There was, we being from up at Ballyfermot, Mary Queen of Angels was being constructed at the time, and we were designated then to go up because anybody living at the top end was going to go to Mary Queen of Angels. So it wasn't quite ready at the time. So St John's House, isn't it, on California Road?
St John's, yeah.
Well, it was only a house then at the time.
Johnson House.
And we used to go in the morning from 9 to 12, and there was another group then came in from 12 to 2. Like, it was done that way for a couple of weeks or maybe months before Mary Queen of Angels was actually open. And then we were the first group of children to go into the Mary Queen of Angels.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I think I was got wrecking my mind there. I think it was Mr. Doherty was the principal, the first principal, and then there was Mr. Moriarty, Mr. Sheehan, Mr. Lynch. Some days all the names come back.
And would there be many in your class then?
Oh, in them days there was 28, 30 people, kids in the class, maybe 32.
Yeah.
Was
it hard? Was it tough?
I remember getting slapped a few times and grabbing the old steel bench, the leg of the bench to cool it down. It was tough.
Yeah.
Learning is always tough.
Yeah, and then youth clubs, were you in any of the youth clubs?
Oh, that was in St Mary's up in Claddagh Green.
Yeah.
And, excuse me.
Alright.
Went there for a long time. My brothers, sisters followed me. But before that though, in 66, we lost our father and left my mother with five of us to bring up. And she done a good job.
Yeah.
She was a seamstress. She used to work in, what was the name of that place in Patrick Street? Patricians in Patrick Street.
Yeah.
And she made out clothes. Sometimes you used to be walking out in the curtains. There were curtains yesterday in there.
And when you say you went to St Mary's, did you go off on the hikes with them and the different things you took?
Oh yeah, we done football and I'd done table tennis. But yeah, we had a good time there. Then eventually my mother joined the committee, and she then met Christy Elliott, who was with her, and they subsequently got married.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
But as well, I was also with in St Matthew's Church when the Pope came. I was one of the stewards for St Matthew's Church to go down to the Phoenix Park.
I see. Yeah.
In 1979.
Yeah. And did you play an active role in the church as well? Were you involved in the choirs or different things?
No. I think my administrative career was waiting on me somewhere further down the line. I would have got involved in something, but I ended up, but we left Ballyfermot in 1984, having 4 children myself there. And we moved out to Shankill.
I see, yeah. And then you went on to work at?
Oh, in
when you were in Shankill then?
I went. Well, I mean, I was in employment in Johnson, Mooney and O'Brien for a long time, and they closed up in '87. And I then went between jobs. I was also involved in soccer out there, and that brought me into then the idea of having a cross-border soccer, because in Shankill and Dublin there's also a Falls Road. Yeah. So things like that, then I just got an idea, and as I said, it went from there, the idea.
And the idea was to?
Just to have a soccer match, but I was quickly told then that soccer match alone wasn't to be, just a soccer match. I had to learn then how to run a program and put a program together. So I was asked to go to Glencree, the Peace and Reconciliation up in Glencree in the Wicklow Mountains. And there I met Ian White, and he guided me into how to put a program together. So it started then with children coming down to play football in Shankill, and then it progressed then to women's soccer. It never got to the men's stage because, as I said, I wasn't politically minded, but to understand that men's stage of 18, 19, and even at that age in Belfast and in the North of Ireland were obviously involved or had no interest in anything else other than what was going on in Belfast at the time. So I went then to senior citizen groups. I brought them up, and then in 1997 I got the idea then to bring it into schools, and I took 2 children from each school in South County Dublin, transition year students, and I canvassed all the schools, and it went down well as an idea at the time. So I had, as I say, schools in Foxrock. I know the names of the areas, say they're well-to-do, but Foxrock, Dunleary, Dalkey, Bray, Shankill, all of them schools provided children. And then I met then 6 schools from the Catholic side of Belfast and 6 schools from the Protestant side of Belfast, and brought them together. And overall, I think there's in the region of 800 to 1,000 children. I went through my program at the time.
And when you were doing the cross-border relationship with them, where would the kids stay here? Would come over.
One of the things we agreed on from the start was that home hosting wouldn't be part of the program, because you'd have children staying in homes, and I don't mean this to be biased, but you'd have Protestant children staying in Catholic homes, and Catholic children staying in Protestant homes, and it wasn't to be done that way. So we used to put them up in a hotel in the south of Ireland, and in Belfast in Farset International, a fabulous place for exchanges. It was purposely built. It is on the internet for hiking, and it's not a hotel and it's not a B&B. It's between that, but Farset was absolutely wonderful place to bring children into Belfast, and it was safe and secure. Parents had no problems.
And were you okay? Were you ever threatened yourself on that doing that sort of work? Or
well, I had 2 death threats. In a sense, they were death threats, because I was teaching young people a different way of life other than violence, and I used to bring in police officers, I'd bring in soldiers, I'd bring in families that were involved, and ex-prisoners involved, to talk to these young people and trying to tell them or show them a different way of doing things.
And you had to get protection, did you, from that?
Well, that side there was never a policeman too far away from
yeah, that's the way, yeah.
We were watched everywhere we went.
And you had a great team, which you had you worked.
Well, the Shankill Community Association, which the programme ran under, it was my idea, yes. It was my conception, yes, but I had to have a committee behind me.
Yeah.
And the Shankill Community Association in Shankill took on the role as, you know, I come up with the programmes. The funding was allocated by the European Union for Peace and Reconciliation. So the funding was controlled and run by the Community Association. So, yes, I did get a wage, but I split my my working time. In the morning I was coach driver, school buses, I went to school, done the schools, came back to the office for 9:30, went out then at 3:30 to get the other end of the school done, and then come back into the office then and stay there till 5 or 6 o'clock. And working on, you know, future programmes down the line and making contacts and working. So that's the way it was.
Oh my God. And that ended with you being receiving the MBE.
Yes, and well, the MBE, well, if you don't mind, the first one I got was in 1998.
Oh yeah.
It was a Peace Person of the Year award. And it was run by a group in Cork called Peace, which was prayer, enterprise and Christian effort. If you walk the letters out. Yeah. And I was nominated, and I was one of 5 people to be nominated that year, 1998. Now when you consider it was David Andrews, the Minister for Foreign Affairs here, it was the Minister, or the British Ambassador at the time, Dame Veronica Sutherland. There was the Envoy for Peace from the United States, George Mitchell, and Lord Rester, Mo Mullen. And me.
My God, yeah. And it must have been a very proud day for yourself. I saw a picture of your mother there at the
MBE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, being an Irish citizen, and as I say, some people still can't understand why I accepted the award. But being in the situation, created a situation with a project where you're working so closely with so many people. On behalf of the project, I accepted the award. It wasn't just for me. And if I'd been an Irishman, I couldn't go to England because I was an Irish citizen to receive it from the Queen. So it was granted here by the Stuart Ellen, the British Ambassador at the time. And he allowed me to invite 29 people, or 30 people of my own choosing. Now that was, if I'd have went to England, it would just have been me. But he put on a reception for 30 people, and that way I was able to invite my family, representatives of the teachers in the north of Ireland, the RUC, or the PSNI as it is now, the Gardaí, and teachers, and friends, close friends, who were all involved in the project. So they all shared in the honour at the day. And it was a great day, that was.
And you have the MBE here with you?
I have the MBE here.
You just mentioned about the Peace Medal.
Yes, the Peace Medal.
And that's the Peace Medal there.
That was 1998, yeah, the first award. And as I said, it was an auspicious company with the people that I received, which I said to you earlier on. But you want me to mention them again? Or, well, Mo Mullen, George Mitchell, David Andrews, and the British Ambassador at the time, Dame Veronica Sutherland, and myself. 5 issued in 1998, and I'm proud to be one of the 5.
Okay, yeah, great work.
And then in 2006, I received the MBE, and that was for the work that I did do in the north of Ireland for nearly 14 years.
Yeah.
So
great
another reward, another one that I graciously accepted on behalf of the project and all the people involved.
And you're still in touch with them people, are you? Still?
Yes, I'm still in touch. We meet up every Christmas, but well, unfortunately, I did cancel this year because we won't be in the country.
Well, that's allowed. Yeah. Good. If I could just bring you back to St Mary's Youth Club too. You mentioned would you have remembered many names?
Yeah. Well, I mean, John Nolan, I think, was he was the head brother at the time. And then, of course, one of the lads that served was there with me was John Clifford. I understood afterwards John took over as the head brother, and David Williams is involved in it too.
Okay.
And there's I don't know whether Mark McGuire or
I'm not too sure now, but I do know David and John's.
Yeah. Also, from Mark McGuire and John Mitchell from Ardmore Road as well. Would be known, but they were in the club with us. There was, like, when you get to my age, sometimes the memories flow back, and then But like we had great times in that club.
Yeah,
great times.
And then in Ballyfermot in general, you loved.
Like I mean, the project I ended up bringing back to Ballyfermot.
Yeah.
Because 1997, a good friend of mine in the north, teacher Philip Hutton, gave the students a project, and they were to write to people, anybody that they wanted to write to, and ask them for a peace message, i.e. a poem about peace or their favourite song about peace. And they got loads of responses in a sense, like when you think that they got responses from Mother Teresa, they got responses from Lady Diana, they got responses from Tony Blair, they got Ian Paisley, all these people, like James Bond, there's Sean Connery, and even Roger Moore. There's a peace wall programme of all the letters that was received back by the children. But as Tony Blair then became the Prime Minister in 1997, and he was at a summit in America with Bill Clinton, and he read out the letter that he had received from a child in Belfast. And basically the contents of the letter was, that she was 13 and she'd only had seen 3 years of peace, and she wanted it to stay that way. So he read out the letter, and of course every news company, media in the world wanted to know who this child was. So they found out that it was a girl called Margaret Gibney in Mount Gilbert Community College in Shankill Road in Belfast. And they ascended on the school. And subsequently Margaret was invited to 10 Downing Street, and on the steps of 10 Downing Street, Tony Blair handed her a CD of his favourite anti-war song, which was The Furies, Greenfields, France. So I'm sitting at home and I'm looking at this on television, and I phoned my brother. I said, "Where's the lads?" "They're in Australia." Right, I got Joe McCadden, the manager of the Furies manager, got in touch with him. "Yeah, we've seen it." So anything I wanted with the Furies, no problem. They helped them. So we were on the Kenny Live show at the time. It was a Friday night. That's where it was launched. The children singing the Greenfields of France with the Furies. The Waterfront Hall in Belfast. An international environmental conference in Dublin Castle. No problem. Umpteen visits with the ambassadors, the American embassy, the British embassy. The Furies were there. Anything. They were there. So subsequently we brought it back then to the Ballyfermot football club, the social club. And we had a concert there with the kids and the Furies. So the whole thing came back to back.
And I just see here where they even wrote a song about you.
Thanks, Ken. I'm not singing it.
To the words of Billy Mulligan.
The tune of Billy Mulligan, yeah.
So we might give it to Finbar Fiordi to play sometime.
Well, that's true too. Like, I mean, if anyone wants to pick it up and sing it for me, but that was done by a good friend of mine, Tom Mason.
Yeah.
Tom is from Ballybrack in Shankill, and he put that together. And Tom was a very good man with the words. Yeah,
yeah, it's excellent. And you mentioned your mother passing 4 years ago.
Yes, 4 years ago our mother passed. But the ironic thing about the whole lot, the coincidence thing about the whole lot was that working in Belfast for 14 years, coming from Ballyfermot, and the whole thing evolved. And then Father Joe MacDonald, being from Falls Road in Belfast, buried my mother.
God, that's some coincidence.
So the coincidental of the whole lot of it is that it just keeps revolving. Like Ballyfermot, Shankill, North of Ireland, just in my lifetime it just seems to just go around and around in a circle. And that's what life is, it's a circle.
And Joe, that was great, as I said before. I don't know of any other MBE, and that's the first time I ever saw the medal personally, you know. Oh. And I want to congratulate you for all your great work.
Thank you very much.
You're another Ballyfermot that's spreading great work around the world actually, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. I had no formal education, Ken.
Yeah.
But when you get an idea, just go with it.
Yeah.
And it works.
Well, thanks very much, Charlie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.